comic friends, I'm going to show you guys a bit of a lettering hack. This is great if you hand letter, but you have difficulty gauging how large you should letter, or you have difficulty pacing yourself, or you've tried to use the Ames lettering guide and you just really dislike it. So what I have here are the blue lines on watercolor paper for a zine submission for Ladies Night's Angoulême zine. And they requested that I do a very specific topic, which I did, and it's not actually a comic, it's more of a zine submission really, since it is a one-page thing, but it needed to cover a lot of information. And since it needed to cover a lot of information, it has a lot of text. Now some of it is a hand-lettered thing that I did, and some of it is actually a digital font that I created when I was lettering 7-inch Cara. So it is a font based on my handwriting, and I went with that because I knew that when I hand lettered it, it would be very similar in size and spacing to how I naturally letter. So what I'm doing right now, I went ahead, I printed out the blue lines for this after I lettered it. And I am going over it with pencil, and then I'm going to go over that again with a technical pen, which I'll demonstrate for you guys when I'm at that point. But I just thought this is a pretty handy way to do your lettering by hand without necessarily making a lot of mistakes or having to do a lot of digital correction, because you're doing your layouts digitally, where it's easier to manipulate things and change the size of things and move them around. And you don't have to erase an entire line of text if you make a mistake. So I will check in with you guys soon when I'm working on lettering this with tech pens. All right, guys, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over my penciled letters with a technical pen, and I'm also going to draw the border on my zine illustration. And I meant to show you guys this earlier, but this is the rough that I came up with for this particular illustration. As you can see, there is no body text here. That was, like I told you guys, added digitally. So I'm guessing at which size I'll need, but I have a feeling it's going to be 5. And I've got 2 fairly new Sakura microns with nice unruined tips that I can use to letter this with. Now I don't intend on inking the entire piece with technical pens. I actually want to use a brush and then do ink wash, but technical pens are going to serve me really well for this sort of fine lettering. So I'm going to do that in time lapse, and we're going to zoom way in so you guys can see what I'm doing.